Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Thomas Hetschel, and today I want to talk to you about the, for me, biggest Google Ads update so far in 2025, PMax channel reporting. PMax has been live since almost 4 years now, and what Google said is over 1 million advertisers are using PMax at the moment. And finally, Google officially announced that we'll be able to drill down channels, YouTube, display, search, Gmail, Discover, and hopefully also shopping, and see how each channel is performing. In this video, I'll break down what's new, how to use it strategically, how not to use it, and most importantly, what mistakes to avoid. Data is only useful if you use it smart. So let's jump right into the update, the first channel reporting update for PMax. As you can see here, under campaigns, insights, and reports, we will soon have a new beta called channel performance. And inside this new report, we can see how various channels deliver performance against our conversion goals. So we will be able to click at each specific channel, as you can see in the video, to see more data and use those insights to improve performance and also to see which channel is performing well or not. We can see, for example, revenue data per channel. We can see also lead conversion data as shown in the example. So this data is also displayed as a funnel where you can see impressions, interactions, and results, and all together makes this flow chart here. Then the second sub update on channel reporting for PMax is the format level breakdown across PMax channels. So you can drill down here on performance for ads using product data or ads using video. So why is this? Because if you're, for example, a retailer and you use product feeds, shopping, or dynamic remarketing for display, or video ads with products on YouTube, you don't know exactly how many times your ads are showing with product data or how many times your ads are showing just as videos, for example. So you can see now with this data how many times, for example, your ads with product data have been shown. And for example, if you see that it's dropping month over month, then you can take action and improve the feed or the image of the feed or the title of the feed. So this is very actionable report here that you can use in order to optimize for your PMax campaign with product data. Third up is the channel distribution table. That is a table that delivers us a very granular view of our Performance Max results. For example, we can see clicks, conversion cost, and more of different PMax channels. For example, the channels include search, YouTube, Discover, Gmail, Display Network, and even search partners and maps with different metrics. The important ones, conversion, revenue. And we can also see key format level breakdowns like segmenting those into ads using product data, which is a good thing, and which is also very nice that this is downloadable. So thanks to Google that we can download this data. This is all nice and beautiful to have this data. Before we were only using scripts to get this data, but now it's natively inside the Google Ads interface. But channel insights are very powerful, but also dangerous. And I'm gonna explain what my view is on this data and how to use it in a more smart way. So in general, Performance Max is a portfolio campaign. So it works across channels to get the best conversions wherever that may happen, search, YouTube, display, whatever, it doesn't matter. So if you look at the return on investment per channel and try to reallocate manually, you may up hurting the whole efficiency that you're trying to improve, because PMax is like a full channel campaign. Let me explain. For example, number one, the portfolio effect. Let's say display ads bring in a top of funnel user who later converts in search. If you cut displays because it shows a low ROAS, you might be cutting off this entire conversion path down to the search. So that's called the portfolio effect. The value of one channel might not be obvious unless you look at the whole picture, the whole funnel. Google says this directly. Optimize for business goal and not just individual channel in your funnel. Also, another very important part is the marginal return on investment is way more important than the average return on investment. Let's talk about ROAS. When you look at the channel ROAS, remember that number is just an average, right? It's always just an average, and it doesn't tell you whether if I spend €1, $1 more in that channel, it will perform better, worse, or the same. We don't know that. It's always like an average work. So Google's own advice is always focus on marginal return on investment. So what return will give you the next dollar spent? That's a way more important question than which channel has the highest historical ROAS, for example. Because of diminishing returns, that high-performing channel may already be maxed out, will already be completely saturated. And a lower ROAS channel might actually deliver the best marginal conversion going forward. So as you see here, bottom line, you should not just blindly shift budget around based on average numbers, and you have to think incrementally. Let's say you have a PMax, and in your new beta channel reporting report, you see YouTube has a ROAS of 2 and search has a ROAS of 5. Okay, YouTube 2, ROAS 5. What do you think is search is the more than double as efficient? Let's move the budget to search, or let's try to remove, for example, a YouTube video because inside the PMax YouTube is not working well. But it's better not to do that, but to think, how can I increase my marginal return on investment here? First thing, check if search is already saturated. Is impression share, for example, at its highest level? Are you showing for all eligible queries, or are there more queries that you're not even touching inside your market? Are your search themes labeled, for example, as not useful in PMax Insights? That could also be. And better is also to test instead of shift, run budget incremental tests, for example. If you increase the PMax budget by 10% and then you check where does this extra spend really go? How does the ROAS evolve if I increase it by 10%? Will my ROAS increase? Will my ROAS decrease? So those are really important questions to see how your incremental return on investment is affecting your PMax campaign. Third part is also that you can analyze ROAS trend lines, for example. If you have a Lucas Studio report and visualize ROAS versus spend by channel, if ROAS, for example, drops as spend increases, search, it's likely that you are not having a marginal return on investment. How should you use really these new PMax channel reporting reports? I think you should use them a bit more as, for creative decisions. If YouTube is driving, for example, a lot of spend, that means that Google is sensing that you might be able to get a lot of conversion from that channel, because I think PMax campaigns can also be smart, the algorithm can also be smart. So in that way, maybe it means for you that you should invest more in video assets and in better video assets, or in more video assets, because Google is already creating the path for you to drive YouTube. Also, for example, use search terms to add exclusions where necessary. I think a good actionable thing that we already do, since we have search term report already inside the Google Ads account for PMax campaigns. And for example, use the asset report to find performing ads and try to diversify creatives across those formats. For example, if one ad is not performing well, you can now see it and you can do something about it. And very important, avoid the panic decisions. So if you see my display channel has a ROAS of 100% only, first go to assisted conversion and see really how your display campaigns usually perform or usually assist your other campaign types. And think strategically. I think you should run experiments and measure, for example, incremental lift and not just the efficiency and the ROAS. So as I said before, the marginal ROAS, like if I put €1 more tomorrow, how is this channel then performing? Are we already maxing out everything, or is there a lot more room for my business to expand with a different channel? I hope you liked this video. If you have not subscribed yet, you can do it. Leave a like and a comment, and see you probably in the next week. Bye bye.